Chapter 13. Adam was awakened by a knock on his door. "Come in," he croaked. Another knock. "Come in," he shouted. The door opened slowly, and Kendall poked his head through. "Sorry, man." Adam stared at him through sleep-gummed eyes. "No problem. What's up?" "Just wondering if you wanted to see the Twilight Samurai with me." Adam lay on the bed, letting out long breaths through his nose, like he always does when he first wakes up. Only half of what his roommate said made sense at that moment. Adam had trouble getting to sleep after work because of the note from Meller. At first, he had been blown away, his imagination singing to high heaven. Then his skeptical mind took over. He started to suspect someone had been nearby, perhaps hiding in one of the stalls, and had heard Adam speak to the sink. Maybe this was a prank. But the Ziploc bag had been wet, as if it had come from the sink. If this was a prank, the prankster had an eye for detail. "The Twilight Samurai?" Adam said. "They made another Twilight movie?" Kendall laughed. "No, asshole. This was made before those. One of my favorites. It's playing at the Angelica." "Oh, what time does it start?" 2 hours from now." Adam looked at his clock and saw it was 2 p.m. "Sure, let me take a quick shower." "Cool, I'll drive." "What, in that death trap?" Adam chuckled. "It gets me from point A to point B just fine, with a few unscheduled stops along the way." Kendall left Adam to his ablutions. Adam didn't realize until halfway into the shower that he'd been staring at the drain the whole time. Adam was kicking himself as he and Kendall traveled to Dallas. He wasn't kidding when he referred to his friend's car as a death trap. The engine shut down every time Kendall came to a complete stop, and not in an electric car way, but rather in the car just died way. Kendall always had to restart the engine every time. Riding with him was always terrifying, but never boring. The ride was traffic-free, luckily, so they only had to worry about stoplights and signs. Kendall parked in a lot next to a nice condominium. As they walked toward the theater, Kendall said, "I banged a girl in that condo." He pointed behind him. "Good for you," Adam said. "You must be so proud." He wished he could say he enjoyed the movie, but he dozed off a few times. He pondered telling Kendall about the note, but he worried that his friend would tell him it was a prank, and Adam didn't want to believe it was. He also didn't want to share this possible time-traveling miracle with anyone. Even the possibility of it being real was the most exciting thing to happen to him. Ever. This reminded him of when he tried summoning Bloody Mary with Ollie when they were kids. Adam and Kendall walked through the city after the movie. They found themselves in an industrial area that was depressingly empty of life. Even though Adam wasn't alone, he felt lonely as he saw all the empty alleys and parking garages. He even noticed an old security guard sitting in a tiny lobby lit by unflattering fluorescents. Adam felt like he was looking at himself just then, 10 years in the future. The two grabbed a late lunch at Chipotle and headed to a Barnes & Noble. It had been a nice little day trip and just what Adam needed to take his mind off his troubled thoughts. But something seemed wrong. He kept looking over his shoulder for some reason, as if he was looking for someone or something.